What's going on YouTube? So there are very few vehicles on the market that can change a brand perception like this Telluride did when it first debuted back in 2020. And what I'm actually standing in front of now is the all-new second generation 2027 Kia Telluride. Now, obviously this model is camouflaged, but what we're going to be doing today in this video is giving you an extensive look at this camouflage model. Of course, the reveal will be coming soon, but we wanted to show you guys as soon as we possibly could what this new Telluride might have in store. So let's go ahead and get into it. Alrighty, so here it is. This is the next generation 2027 Kia Telluride. Now, like I was saying at the introduction, this vehicle certainly transformed the Kia brand when it first came out in 2020 model year, and that certainly is something that they're hoping to continue the success of with this all-new 2027 model. Now, I do want to point out, you may notice that the model year 2027 is this all-new version. Currently on sale is the 2025, so Kia will be skipping the 2026 model year for the Telluride, so that's just something to keep in mind. And let's take a look at this all-new model. Now, of course, I'll just go ahead and start by saying, yes, I know this vehicle is heavily camouflaged, but one of the things we strive for on our channel is to show you guys the latest and greatest, and we have this all-new Telluride right in front of us. So I want to kind of dig into some of the details that we can see here on this camouflage model, and what you might be able to expect for this new generation. So, of course, up here in the front, you are noticing the fact that we have a really square grille. So the Telluride is an SUV that is certainly known for being boxy. That definitely will continue for the 2027 model based on what I'm just seeing here on the camouflaged version. It looks like the grille is going to be fully blacked out. At least here on this camo version, it is certainly very black, and then it also has a very square appearance down at the bottom. Now, I'm not sure what trim level we are looking at today, but it looks like we have some pretty good ground clearance. And then let's take a look at our headlights over here on the side. You will notice that we have some really cool looking headlights. They look very premium. And one of the things I love to see is the fact that we have the amber daytime running lights. So that, of course, is a Telluride signature. Those are going to be vertically mounted over here on the left and right sides, kind of pushed very far to the edge of the grille. And then you also have the, looks like projector LED headlights right there, front and center. And then I'm also noticing down here at the bottom, it looks like we may even have LED fog lights. All right, so let's back up to a front 3/4, and as you can see, we have a very boxy look up here to the front area of this Telluride. And let's also take a look at our wheels. So on this particular model that they have camouflaged, these are 18-inch alloy wheels. They have kind of a cool design to them, pretty geometric like what we've seen on some of the recent Kia products. Also, these are all-terrain tires, so I'm assuming this is one of the off-road focus trim levels of the new Telluride. Now, we have some really cool wheel surrounds here, a little bit of a wheel notch as well to the body, which looks quite cool. And then, of course, we have our graphic here. These are actually the coordinates of Telluride, which is, of course, where this vehicle is named after. Now, you also have these really cool mirrors. They certainly have a unique design to them, and as far as functionality, it does look like we have a little bit of a camera there, so I'd expect a 360 camera to be offered, and then you have blind spot monitoring as well. And let me go ahead and back up to a full side so you can see what this SUV looks like in terms of the side profile. Definitely a boxy look overall. And I definitely think that that's a good thing, that we have a very boxy look to this vehicle. That's really what the Telluride has been known for. I am noticing, as far as some of the design touches, we have blacked out window surrounds, the raised roof rails up there at the top. And I have to say, just based on the camo model that I'm seeing here, I really like the way this new Telluride is looking. It looks very expensive and premium. And then as we head around to the rear, you'll notice that that kind of premium and rugged design will continue through here. There's a little bit less camouflage back here in the rear, so I can get a pretty good idea of what this may look like. As you can see, the taillights are pretty pushed out onto the left and right side. So it looks pretty reminiscent of maybe the full-size Range Rover models, except, of course, this will likely have a much more affordable price tag. And let's take a look at some of the individual elements. We have our spoiler right through here. Looks like we have a rear window wiper as well. Our Kia branding is nice and front and center. And then off to the side, you have those taillights. These appear to be full LED taillights, so it looks like all the lighting on the outside will be LED for this all-new version. Now for safety, it is a Telluride after all, so while we don't have official details just yet, we do expect all of your active safety features to be included as standard equipment on almost every single version, if not every single Telluride. But there's a lot to talk about when it comes to the powertrain and what we might speculate on the inside. But first, if you're new here, we're brothers and we've been reviewing cars since we were 12
and 16. We started young, and since then we've reviewed over 2,000 cars at every price point.
No matter what you're looking for, from our long-term vehicle videos to our side-by-side comparisons, we'd love for you to subscribe to be a part of our Car Confections family.
Let's learn a lot and have some fun with all the latest cars.
All right, so when it comes to the interior, I'm sure you're very eager and wanting to see what's inside this vehicle. However, of course, this is a camouflage vehicle, and it hasn't actually been fully revealed. We will be seeing this fully revealed model here actually quite shortly, so just stay tuned to the channel for that when you can actually see every detail of this new Telluride. But unfortunately, today we won't be able to show the inside. However, I do want to just kind of, hit a few elements that we expect to have here in the Telluride if you're looking to maybe buy this vehicle in the future. We do expect that it will still have a lot of luxury, just like the previous generation model. The Telluride really kind of shocked the SUV world, especially the mainstream buyers, because it offered a ton of luxury, actually kind of embarrassed luxury cars in terms of all of its features for that more affordable price tag. We expect that same formula to, of course, continue for this new Telluride. So I'd expect features like heated and ventilated seats, the 360 camera, some really good technology on board as well. We expect all of that to continue for this new model. Things like maybe premium materials such as really nice leather inside the cabin, real wood trim perhaps, as well as things like a suede headliner. All of those things we do expect to continue for this new model, and maybe even, one up what the Telluride was before in terms of features. Now, when it comes to the second row, the Telluride was one of the biggest vehicles in the segment. We do expect that this new model will not shrink in size. So we expect the rear room to be one of the class leaders, as well as the third row to be quite good as well. One of the things I hope to see is a power folding third row, as well as a heated third row. That's features that we saw originally debut on the all-new Palisade. And of course, for those of you that don't know, this vehicle, of course, is related to the Hyundai Palisade, and we do have a review of that all-new model on our channel already, so if you'd like to check that out, that might be indicative of some of the features that you can find here on this new Telluride as well. Now, when it comes to cargo capacity, the all-new Palisade actually didn't increase much in overall cargo capacity, so that could be also the case for this Telluride, which would mean you're sitting at around 87 cubic feet of cargo capacity. So we'll see how much we actually end up with, but it's going to be a pretty good amount for most families. It may just not be the class leader when it comes to the cargo capacity. And for powertrains, we don't have any official details just yet. Like I said, we just wanted to kind of show you this camouflage model. However, we do expect it to likely be similar to what is in the Hyundai Palisade, which would be a 3.5-liter V6 engine, making around 280 horsepower. And then in terms of, what Kia has released about this model, one of the really cool things is the fact that they have confirmed that there will be a hybrid Telluride. I know that's a feature that a lot of you guys had been requesting and wanting in your next SUV. Kia has said there will be a hybrid version, and of course the Palisade now has a hybrid as well. That's a 2.5-liter turbo 4-cylinder, and that makes well over 300 horsepower, so hopefully that will be what we get here in the Telluride, because certainly those are some really good power numbers and also really good fuel economy figures, and I think a lot of buyers will be looking for that. As far as the transmission on the gas model, we expect that to be an 8-speed automatic, and then the fuel economy, expect it to be right around the 20 mpg mark for the V6, or the hybrid might be close to about 30 miles per gallon combined. And of course, I don't want to sound like a broken record, but of course we don't have pricing information for this camo model. We do expect it to remain mostly the same as the current generation Palisade, so we'd expect maybe starting price in the upper $30,000 and going to around $55,000 for a fully loaded example. And if you're looking to buy a Kia Telluride or any new vehicle, we'd encourage you to go to carconfections.com/newcarquotes. The reason you do that is because we have a tool on our website that'll connect you with local car dealers in your area to get you the best price. It's also going to give you access to invoice pricing information, which is a great tool to use while dealer negotiating. If you'd like to take advantage of that, as well as things like our monthly payment tool, you can find a link to that in our video description, as well as a pinned comment down below. And guys, that's it for our really quick walk around of the exterior of this camouflaged all-new 2027 Kia Telluride. Hopefully you enjoyed this really quick look at the exterior of what will be promising to be a very popular SUV on the market. If you did, we'd really appreciate it if you hit that subscribe button down below. By subscribing, you're going to be a part of our Car Confections family, and we'd love to have you in our family. If you're already a part, thank you so much, and we'll catch you next time as we sample more of the latest automotive delicacies.